I want to kind of walk through problem 2 on page 16. Now, I'd like for you to try to do this one on your own first and see how you do. But if you get stuck or frustrated, then come back and let's walk our way through number 2. Now, number 1, the best way to do it is just to hit zoom and then 7. Which gives us that normal trig function, okay? And then let's see, zoom, I'm sorry, zoom 6 it says. Zoom 6 gives us the normal one. All right, then when we hit window, sorry, here's window, a little gray button. Then it gives us some numbers, and you should have some 10s and negative 10s and 1s and negative 1s. So those are that's kind of like the multiple choice that you're going to use to answer problem 1, okay? So use the window screen and the answers that show up on your screen to answer number 1. That one might be kind of easy. Let's talk now about how to do number 2, okay? So I'm going to hit zoom number 7, just to kind of clear that out. Hit window. And now I've got some numbers on there that are just kind of random numbers like negative 6.15 and 6.15, 1.57, negative 4, 4, 1, 1. But I want to change all those numbers to, they give us some clues here. All right, so on page 16, number 2, it says we're going to have the interval from 0 to 2 pi. So here for the x minimum, we want to put in 0. Go down to the next one. If you want to hit clear, you can. And then we're going to put in 2 pi. Remember how we do pi is we hit second function and then that blue pi, 2 pi. All right, we'll go down 1. What does it say the scale factor is? So it says the tick marks every pi over 4. Pi over 4. Well, we can do the pi, so we do the blue pi, but how do I do the slash? Because I want to do pi over 4. So I'm looking around here, and I don't see any button that has a slash. But you remember that slash means divided by, okay? So if I had 6 over 2, the answer would be 3, because I do 6 divided by 2. So really, pi over 4 is like pi divided by 4. All right, so I'm going to do the divided by button. So as soon as you hit divided by, there is that slash, okay? And then put in 4. Then let's see, it tells us that the y displays from negative 1 to 1. So we need to go down again. I'm just going to type in negative 1. I could have hit clear. Go down again, hit in 1. And then I'll leave the last ones at just 1 and 1, okay? Now, I want to point something out to you that even though we put in 2 pi and we put in pi over 4, and when you go to the score key, that's what they're going to have, but here on the screen, they converted it, and we have the decimal equivalent. So pi, you know, is like 3.14. So 2 pi would be 6.28, and sure enough, that's what the calculator has as the number for x max. And in the scale, they have 0.78539816, etc. And that would be the decimal equivalent of the pi over 4. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can, if you write down what's on your screen and then you look at the score key and you say, wait a minute, that doesn't match, it's just another form of the same thing, okay? So I think you can do the last few on the page now that you're familiar with these terms and this calculator. See how you do finishing page 16. Actually then page 17 and 18 are a kind of review and a little fun concept on page 18, and then you need to have everything scored and corrected and do your checkup, and I hope you do well on that. And then we need to talk about the section after the checkup.